you know what? This is good enough. I am good enough. My name is Liana by Tasha, and this is Beginning the Arc. And I am checking in because I haven't shared a personal process, emotional process in a while. And I also haven't shared much lately, but a lot has been going on. And so I decided to do a bunch of short videos, and they have some themes, and I've been preparing for this moment for a long time. And so I've finally got the go ahead, and all the pieces are together. And so I will do a tour of the space as well, and just what I offer tangibly. And I have so many costume supplies. I would love to show them to you. And yeah, healing practice, healing abilities, and ability to meet any emotion where it's at, or anyone where they're at, and tune in on a deep level and dive deep. I love diving deep. And yeah, so for me personally, I have had such amazing moments by myself, and wishing somebody was there to capture them, because I just I can't pull myself out of the moment to capture it. It's just oh well, that moment came and went. Just listening to amazing music and just dancing my heart out to it in the middle of my kitchen within a kitchen. I live in an old restaurant, so it's fun. There's so much space here. And so now I'm up here in my dance studio, and I'm so lucky. I live in a farm, and gosh, I just feel so lucky right now, and so poised for something huge and amazing and wonderful and new. I really jive well with the Pioneer Valley, and just being pioneers, and really trying a new way that incorporates indigenous ways, and also really honors. I kind of want to bow down before indigenous ways, and embrace the fact that we are all indigenous to this planet, and that we can turn ourselves around and live in more connection, harmony with our planet. And I know she would love that, and it would be so good for us on all levels. Growing your own food is medicine for you in so many ways, for your body, for your muscles, for strength, and and just being outside. Oh my gosh, when I'm outside, I feel no stress, no judgment, no worries. Just, I like that Lao Tzu quote, nature does not hurry, and yet everything is accomplished. And so I've been reminding myself of that, and that really tuning into this frequency of time being infinite. And also believing people when they say something that's ooh, that sounds good, that feels good in my body, and believing them. So I listened to a lot of Charlie Fink's work in Noah and the Whale, a band that was around for about 10 years and ended, I don't know, 2013, 2015, something like that. And yeah, I just, I'll share a dance. I've just had so many amazing dances to his music, and just really believing him is fun. And it's just a thought experiment. Just if you were truly to believe that time is infinite, and that there's no pressure and no hurry, how would that feel in your body? And so for me, it feels good. And yeah, I'm going after what feels good and what I can do. I can do this. Okay, so I would also like to present the moment that I am filming this in. It is Thursday, April 28th, 2022, 5:35 p.m. on the East Coast, Eastern time, Massachusetts, Pioneer Valley, and I think that I also love to present the Jewish calendar. So I believe it is, maybe I should double check. I have this app on my phone called CalJ, and it is 27th of Nisan and the year 5782, 5782. So it's a lot older of a calendar, and the Jewish calendar is also a lunar calendar. But the moon cycles, and so every month starts on a new moon, and actually women have a special place in bringing about the new moon, the new cycle, the new month. And the name of that ritual is called Rosh Chodesh. It means head of the month, I believe. I think Rosh is head, and Chodesh means month. And it's also Yom HaShoah, so it's a Holocaust Memorial Day. And I actually have something else to read about that day. Just a presence where we're at and what people are going through right now. So 27th of Nisan. Oh, and big shout out to the Kohenet Hebrew Priestess Institution. I've been attending their Shabbat rituals on Friday, alternating with Saturday, and one of the co-founders and rabbis and leaders of the Kohenet Priestess group is Rabbi Jill Hammer. She wrote this book, and Kohenet Leila? No, I don't know how to pronounce her Hebrew priestess name, but she has one of those. 27th of Nisan, Eternal Morning, Holocaust Memorial Day. And I'm going to read 2 paragraphs from Exodus, because that's how this is structured. So here's a look. Now, when Pharaoh let the people go, the divine did not lead them, Nacham, by way of the land of the Philistines, although it was nearer. For the divine said, the people may have a change of heart when they see war and return to Egypt. So the divine led the people round about. Sneaky. I love it. The divine did not lead them. Okay, so the divine did not lead them means the divine was not comforted. This is similar to a king whose children were captured and enslaved, and some of them died. The king went and saved the ones that were left. He rejoiced because of the children he had saved, but could not be comforted for those who had died. The 27th of Nisan is the date to honor all those who perished in the Holocaust. This date does not commemorate a specific event, though it is near the time when the Warsaw Uprising began. It falls just after Passover, at a season when slavery ends and new life begins, as a sign that even in spring, we do not leave the dead behind. It is the 12th day of the Omer, Hod Shebe Gvura, the receiving of brokenness. The author of the Midrash from Exodus Rabbah attempts to cope with grief. Rather than celebrating the end of slavery, this text dwells on the inconsolable sadness of the infinite for those Hebrews who died in Egypt. This midrash does not and cannot explain why suffering happens or why the divine does not rescue the oppressed. Indeed, the Holy One in the midrash is all too human, arriving much too late to save the murdered. This legend has no explanation for tragedy. Rather, it expresses the feeling that the eternal too grieves for what is lost. As Jews honor the memories of Holocaust victims and pledge to end unjust suffering, this midrash stands as a witness to the memory of those who died. Well, that's heavy. And the one thing that I pray for a lot is the end of suffering. Pain, I believe, is inevitable, but suffering is not. And I hope we come to a place of alignment around that. And that oftentimes when I'm in pain, I cause other people to be in pain too, and I don't want to do that. And I also don't want to suffer alone anymore. And I don't want to be single. I'll talk about another topic now. In this book, How to Be an Adult. I just love that. A Handbook on Psychological and Spiritual Integration by David Ryko. How to Be an Adult. For those who have childhood trauma and often feel like they're stuck in their their wounded child, this is a handy book. It's pretty short, so. I mean, it's written from a man's perspective, so sometimes it does not fit at all to what I'm going through or need to hear or anything. But I would like to read a little bit about the elements of true intimacy. Intimacy, a mutual loving closeness in a committed relationship. What are we able to offer once our ego is healthy? Okay, elements of true intimacy. Number 1, an abundant inner source of self-nurturance so that we are not desperately needy for someone to depend on as a child on a parent, or for someone to take care of as a parent of a child. Number 2, trust in ourselves to receive loyalty and handle betrayal. Adult relationships are not based on implicit trust, as parent-child relationships are, but on unconditional love, which acknowledges human mutability. I guess like changeability? Yeah, humans change. We all change. The ability to give and to receive. I get past my fears long enough to disclose my feelings and receive yours, to show affection, both sexually and non-sexually, and to receive yours. I like that one. Number 4, respect for ground rules regarding lifestyles, responsibilities, sex, and differing time, space needs. That could go on and on. Mutual respect. Number 5, encouraging fearless and pleased acceptance of the other's unique needs, differences, development, and path. Number 6. Oh, sorry, that was 5. An engaged focus on the other so that one genuinely listens to the other's feelings and concerns without the immediate need to tell one's own story. Number 7, a commitment to maintain the relationship during periods when one's needs are not being met, since the other is valued for one's inherent worth, not just for need fulfillment. And a commitment to maintain the relationship, to stay in the relationship during periods of change, upheaval, difficulty, conflict, etc. That's how I would frame that. Because I think that that is the root of when one's needs aren't being met, there's a conflict, Number 8, an ability to tolerate love and anger at the same time. You can be angry at me and I will still love you. When I'm angry at you, I still love you. Number 9, ability to pass through the normal phases of relationship, from romance through conflict to commitment, with a love that matures within each vicissitude. I don't know how to pronounce that. Sounds right. Number 10, a commitment to an essential bond, an enduring given of mutuality that weathers the stresses and crises of change. This bond is unconditional. If someone else has come along, who is more attractive, more fun, just right, it will be taken only as information about the charms of the new person or the deficits of the present relationship. It will not cause a breakup or lead to new involvement. I like that clarity. So, and then it goes into fears that arise in intimate relationships. Fun. So much fun. Okay, so it is Beltane in a few days. And I made this garland when I was a freshman in high school, I believe, at Northfield Mount Hermon. And I have carried it around with me. I've had it since then. And I just wanted to present this history of, and it's got a long train of garlands and ribbons and all of the traditions of the May Queen and Beltane and the maypole with lots of ribbons. And I have a maypole without a pole. It's really a lot of fun still. I actually will be unwinding the magic that we did last year for my Beltane party that was in Pelham. And yeah, we had a lot of fun. I had fun at my own party. So I hope to have fun this Saturday at my own party. I am going very easy, just dancing and bonfire. I have been struggling to cook and feed myself 3 large meals a day, or even 5 small meals I would be happy with. So cooking and eating is not somewhere that my focus is at right now, and it's more in like the creative arts right now. So that's what I'm offering, even though I love to cook for other people, and I probably will still make a lentil vegan coconut curry soup, probably. And so yeah, I'm excited about this Saturday, April 30th, 2022. I'm going to a party on the new moon, which will be in Taurus. Oh, I also like to presence the moon. So the moon right now is in Aries, and it's just like a tiny little crescent, and it'll soon disappear, and there won't be a moon in the sky. And and Aries is a lot of fire energy, go-getting, starting things. So, I'm doing a bunch of videos. And let's see, so that was me reading, and I just wanted to kind of start with a check-in where I've been at, and what I can offer and what I'm just not able to offer right now, and that it's all okay, and that I'm gonna post this on my YouTube channel and then do a dance to, well, you'll see, a dance and then a story, and I think, and then I'll do a little tour of the stations, or maybe I'll just show you the altar right now. So here's the altar that I have, and this is the masculine and feminine, sacred marriage. They're, connected by the red thread that connects us all. Oh, and then here, I'll light some candles. Action time. Action. I can't quite do it and hold the camera, but let's see. I can probably just put it right there. Oops. Yes, I'm an amateur. It's great. And I hate editing so much that I just decided to not edit. my choice. You can do things a weird way. And then let's do some sage. Sage. You can also burn Epsom salts and some alcohol to sage. There's lots of things you can sage with. I just happen to have this little bundle. And there's the magic. Non-season?